Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Um, Not gonna be on camera tonight. Definitely not. Um, I have, um, I wanted to tell you about my little update from today, and this was supposed to be moving day. That's the key. Was supposed to be. Um, Today it was. I was very overwhelmed by spirits. And so, therefore, um, well, my son also must have been because um, we were having a lot of anxiety, both of us, and um, I could just feel it. Do you ever have the days where you shouldn't have gotten out of bed, or you feel like I should have just stayed in bed with the covers over my head all day? Um, that's how I felt. And I told my son, I said, spirits are after me today like crazy. And he said, tell them to go away. Hang on, I'm going to stop my dryer because I just realized it's on. Okay. But, I was supposed to have been moved and in Oklahoma as we speak. But that didn't happen because I asked my husband to if he would back up the U-Haul in the driveway for me. And he said, "Yeah, he'd do it. You know, he has a CDL. He's drove trucks, and he knows how to back. And um, today, about 3 o'clock, um, I asked him that Friday at 4:40 in the afternoon, and then today about 3 o'clock, I went ahead uh, and backed that truck up, or tried to. I don't back up vehicles very well unless they have the backup cameras in them. Um, a big U-Haul, yeah, I know. But I did that and I got stuck. That truck was stuck bad. Um, it was. So that was just something that rubbed Dylan the wrong way, um and that's my son. Dylan is my son. And he was to a breaking point and I saw it. And I told him, you know, I hugged him and I rocked him a little and, just standing there. And he just came to me and just laid his head on my shoulder and he was like, I just can't take it, And I told him, I said, moving is very stressful. I said, but we have to look at things the other way. We can't look at them as like you've heard a glass half full, a glass half empty. How do you see it? Well, I see it as half full. Um, I tried to explain to him it this is just a little setback, you know. Um, Things weren't going very well. It seemed like everything today just sucked. So, um, I mean, we did uh, get, he got quite a bit of stuff done because what I did was I would kind of stack it out there on the porch, and he would take it and put it on a dolly and get it in there. He's never done this before. He's never had to get a U-Haul and move and how to pack a box or a truck, you know. So he needs a lot of help from me. And I'm still trying to get stuff cleaned up as I'm packing, I'm cleaning up and I'm making sure that my husband has, plenty of towels, plenty of blankets, all this kind of stuff. Because I'm not a mean person. And so it's just went as far as it can go. Hi, Summer Dawn. How are you? Thank you, honey. Summer Dawn, $10 super sticker. You're always doing that, doing nice things. And I was wanting to tell about my basically fiasco and how it can be looked at as a positive thing, because if everything had went like planned and we were on the road, who's to say that because of me getting the vehicle stuck was not God's hand keeping us from being on the road at that certain time, you know? That's how I always tell my kids to look at things is, make it a positive thing, because, you get stuck, your vehicle gets stuck or something. It's not the end of the world. It's something that happens. And I told everybody, they know I can't back up a vehicle worth of crap. Oh, you're so sweet, Summer. Yeah, I'm okay. I try to look at things in a positive way, but I told my son, I said, okay, that's it. We're done for the day. And I hugged him and all this. We talked and everything. And I kind of talked him down out of that panic, because I know what that panic feels like, and it's not good. And so later on, we went to the store, to the convenience store. And I told him, damn, these spirits are all over me tonight. I can't get rid of them. They've been with me, like a bunch of them. Just, I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is, but those little boogers are really after me tonight. And so I chose to, I'm going to get this bought. I don't know. There's no reason to get all hyper about things and worry about things that you have no control over. It is what it is. Let's make the best out of it. And that's what we try to do. I have told the spirits to kind of back off right now, and I will see them. I will help them in any way I can. It's just right now I just can't do it. So, and then some of them get where they don't want to wait, and they will go somewhere else and try to get help from someone else that can help them. And the thing with Dawn Wells, Candace Wells, Bly Wells, whatever, um, they are fighting a lot. Tension is high in their house. Um, there's a lot going on with these two. They're fighting because they they have so much on each other. Um, they really do. I mean, Candace knows stuff about Dawn. Dawn knows stuff about Candace. Dawn knows stuff about Grandis, and you know, and so they are doing a lot of arguing right now, and it's not helping the situation. These two people are the parents of Summer Wells. They have never searched. Never. I will never believe that they ever did. I've never seen it. Um, I've never seen them upset. Um, oh, shoot. Sorry. I dropped my lighter. Oh, that was awful. I'm sorry. Um, Sorry, I'm watching. Forgive me. You're watching what? Um, but yeah, their house of cards is crumbling. And I said this was going to happen. I did. I could see it. Um, it just is. And I don't know what's going on with Ernie. I've heard him say a little bit about him not being on YouTube and all that stuff anymore. Oh. Summer, are you the only one in here? That's terrible. If you are, that's terrible. I'm gonna see if I can find out. Oh, there's 3 in here watching. I guess 2 don't want to talk, but I mean that's okay. You don't have to. I totally understand. Um, but we are going to be leaving tomorrow for Oklahoma. So, um, my daughter is very excited. Um, she had COVID. She's doing well. She's back to work. Nobody else in the house has gotten sick. So hopefully everything will go good. My oldest daughter is in the hospital with COVID. And she's more susceptible to things like this because um, she's done a lot of things in her life that weren't good for her, weren't good for her body. Hi, Black Beauty. How are you? No, I have not either. Black Beauty. I have never seen them or even heard about them looking for Summer. I know that Dawn complained about the helicopters that were looking for Summer, keeping him up at night. Are you serious? I want to slap him. Um, and never handed out a flyer. Just never done anything. And it's like, why? Because, in my opinion only, they're guilty as hell. That's why. When people are guilty, they do weird things. So, I don't know. Let's see which what you're saying. There are 5. Oh, I must have missed something. 5 people. Um, oh, thank you. Thank you, Black Beauty. Oh, wow. Scarlet fever? Really? That's odd. Oh, wait. I missed it. I didn't hit the right thing. Huh. There it is. See? Hmm. And if any of you ever get timed out or anything like that, blocked, that shouldn't happen, but if it does, it's totally accidental. Unless you say racist things, and it's just it's not. This is not a hate channel. This is a safe, loving place, and it's a place for everybody to be able to talk. Um, and I just really wanted to let everybody know, what was going on. I should be in Oklahoma, but you know, I felt like my son had had enough for the day, and you know, he's more important than moving. I mean, we've got the truck; it's got some things in it, and we'll get there. We'll get there. We just need to keep a positive attitude and go on. I did throw some clothes in a while ago and washed them, and just some last minute little things that I don't really like to travel with dirty clothes. So I feel they are tripping on the gifted BC. You all are on point, and they are scared shitless. Yeah. And I've always had a fear that maybe they might hurt themselves. And I don't want that to happen because I want answers out of them. I want reasoning out of them, if that's in any way possible. They need to answer to law enforcement. And, I seen Dawn on Shares the other day. I mean, I didn't stay a long time, but I did see him talking to Cher's dad. And I like Cher's dad. He seems like a really good guy. It seems like to me I mean, I didn't know him beforehand, but he seems like he's a new man, a changed person. And you can't get that all the time with men or anybody actually. Anybody who gets out of prison, it's got to change a person, and some it changes them for the worse, and some of it changes for the better. Let's see. He makes me sick, and I'd love to let Candace feel these hands. Oh, gosh. Well, she's not going to win any Mother of the Year award. That's for sure. They'll never get their children back. None of them. They will never be allowed to have children again, or if they do, they won't get to keep them. Which, I pray to God they don't. And, somebody else that I pray never has any other children. Guess who it is? It's a woman. That's a hint. She lives in Florida. There's another hint. And when all that happened with her, I said at the time, if I could get in her cell with her, just me and her, I would commit a crime just to be locked up with her. Oh, Summer, if you're talking to me, you can ask me anything. And I don't think it's going to be very long because I'm really thinking that Dawn is going to not get to go home this time. It'll be for something petty. It won't be for a long time. However, when they release him for what he's done where he lives, like drunk driving or whatever it is, he has too many on his record. He should be arrested by law. He should be arrested. But I feel like once he does get arrested, if it's not for very long or whatever, I think he's not going to get to go home. I think they're going to send him back to Utah for Jeannie and Mary's trial or preliminary trial or whatever. But I love courts and how all this works. I've been on a jury before, and it was about a child, and it was hard because you go home and you're not allowed to talk about it, but you think about it, and you can't share your feelings with anybody. Do you think that Summer... Oh, Sherry, where do you think Summer is at? Well, a lot of people tell me, well, if you were a psychic, you would know where she is. Well, it doesn't necessarily work that way, but it did make me think, okay, I'm going to ask Summer myself, where did they put your body? And the only thing that she could really explain to me is that she can see the house from where she's at. So she's close, but I don't understand exactly how it worked, but I seen them taking her away, far away, in the very beginning, and then bringing her back to the house. Once everything died down, they brought her back so that they could watch her or watch where she was. You believe she's in the water? Well, everybody has theories, and that's cool. And the TikTok video, I've kind of been watching a little bit here and there. I've been real busy, so I haven't really been able to watch a whole lot of YouTube. And I'm fuming. I'm having withdrawals from YouTube. Let's see. That's a good point because the baby doesn't know where she is. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and see, like when I channel Summer, and I talk to her, I have to talk to her as if she was younger than 5. I think she's on a different level, and when children die, especially if it's unexpected or it's horrible, they don't realize they're gone because she didn't. She did not. Summer did not know for a long time. Well, for a little while that she was really gone. Um, she used to be hanging out with Gabby, but she's been over there in heaven. She's found her aunt Rose, and so I always say if the best thing to do would be to channel Rose if you were a psychic medium, because Rose is more mature. She's old enough. She knows what's going on. She's seen what was going on. She's seen everything the day that Summer came up, gone. Just gone. She was just gone. I can't believe that. Nobody is just gone. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. And, I'm not going to say that, your opinion of her being in the water is wrong. I don't see her in the water. But that TikTok video that they were making of Summer when she was swimming? The question came up, was that advertisement of Summer? And I do believe that it was. That was part of her, I don't know what you call it, her portfolio, or, however you want to look at that. Okay. Did Summer tell you how she got gone or how she passed? I never really asked her. But I told her that everybody loves her and everybody is looking for her. I did explain to her, that she was gone. She's in heaven now. And she knows she is, but as a child, that young, and I think she had some setbacks in her learning. I don't know how to explain that. Let's see. If that was my baby, I'd burn that whole damn town down until I found my child. This just makes me ill. Yeah. Well, and they griped and complained about how far they had to drive to see their boys. Really? I would drive to the end of the freaking universe to see my babies. And I don't care how old they are. They're my babies. And most parents do feel that way. I did ask her if her mommy hurt her, did her daddy hurt her, did her grandma hurt her, and all that kind of stuff. I did ask her that, and honestly, I would have to go back and look at the video to see what she said. Because when I do channel, it, it's kind of a out of body experience, and I can't really. I don't remember a lot of the things that are said during that time. It's weird, um, because it's kind of like it's not really me that is talking. It's the spirits. They do the talking through me. Let's see. I understand what you mean about her being too young to understand. She's passed. Yeah. And I would really have to look at my video to see what she told me. Um, Sherry, what's going on with Benny being stuck up their asses? Well, um, Benny has always put himself in these high profile cases, and I think that's attention. It's for attention. Um, and in my opinion, PG, um, if you don't know who that is, I will tell you, but PG knows more than she's letting on. Um, I remember PG going on Ziggy's channel and talking about how, oh, poor Donald this, poor Donald that, um, and talking bad, really bad about Kansas. So if she knows all this stuff, it just seems like she really knew Dawn and Candace very well, in my opinion. Um, I don't trust PG. And I told Ziggy a long time ago, please don't let her up there on your panel. All she's doing is lying through her teeth and making up stuff about Dawn and Candace. If we'd back off and let Dawn and Candace go, for not let them escape. I'm not saying that, but just to back off from them, they'll hang themselves. Give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. That's what I was, always told. Let me see. My heart hurts for her because a mother, how could a mother carry a child for 9 months? Feel them move just to harm them after they're born. They're a little older. I know. I've seen all these girls that are 19 and 20 having kids and throwing them away, throwing them out a window, putting them in trash bins. And then they go to court and they're called a child. Well, let me tell you, when I was 19, I had 3 kids. I never threw mine in the trash. So I don't buy that crap that, oh, she's just a child. She was old enough to lay down and make a baby. She's old enough to stand trial for killing that baby. That's just my opinion. I don't care if you're 16, 17, or what. These kids, they gotta stop this crap. And they're learning this stuff from their environment of having a one-parent household. Mom works 10 jobs. There's no daddy in the house, and they don't have any responsibilities. Their mother's never home. She doesn't mess with them because she's too busy working. Or it could be that she's on drugs. And these kids are getting raised by the streets. That's why these kids are so messed up. It's terrible. I like your way of thinking. Oh, thank you. I thank you, Mom. I agree with every word you have said. Great minds think alike. Yeah, they do. Summer, I cannot highlight my name just like that I've tried. Well, I'm not very technical, so I don't know. I couldn't help you if I had. Well, I mean, I would try. Definitely try to help you, um, in any way I could. Black Beauty says, Summer Dawn, you're welcome. I have you as well. Summer, who the hell needs a public? I can't say publicist when your damn daughter goes missing. Blows my mind. Yeah, that and an NDA. What the hell is that all about? That is just totally freaking out of the norm. It's ridiculous. And I mean, there's some other cases that I have issues with that, I could bring up. I just don't like all this sneaking around crap. And it seems like that's what they're doing, but I do know that this case is bigger than anybody could have imagined. It's tied to a lot of people. A lot. Yes, it's so horrific how children are being done these days or killed. I pray God gives them no mercy. Amen, sister. They should die as painfully as possible, in my opinion. When you put the at, don't space the name from it. Oh. Okay, we just found our technical person, didn't we? They're in it for the money. The parents of Benny, JSB, Jody C. Brown, Allie, and all of them. Okay. Yeah, you did it, Summer Dawn. Oh. Yes. Something is either bigger than it seems or something stinks. Dawn and Candace aren't smart enough to get away with this. No, they're not. We all know Candace's acting skills, her storytelling skills. And that really, 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 really makes me upset that they did this prank phone call to Mary. It seems like to me there should be a law just against that. I mean, harassment? No, can't be under that. I don't know. And I kept saying, something big is going to happen because of Summer Wells. It's something big. I don't know what it is, but it's something big and blah, 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 and I just didn't realize in what way it was going to be a big deal. And it's going to be a big deal because of all the people who are going to be going down. Heads are going to roll. People are going to jail. And it's not just Dawn and Candace, or Dawn and Candace and Grandma. Or, it's going to be a lot of people. I don't know. The whole thing does stink. Did it work? Is it? um, I keep thinking they are using them as bait for something. Um, well, they're, believe me, they're being watched. Dawn and Candace are being watched all the time. Um, so they really can't escape. But, I have a lot of really serious questions. Why was Grandis allowed to leave the state? During this kind of time, I want to know why Grandis was allowed to leave. This don't sit right with me. Now, I do know that law enforcement called her when she was gone and said, stay there as long as you can. They were wanting Grandis's safety protected. And a lot of times cops do that because this person has information. It's not because they are really concerned about this person's safety. They're worried about their safety for the pure fact that they have information. Summer Dawn, Black Beauty says, yes, it did work. I see. Okay, something else. Is this connected with Rose? Because I can't put it together. I seen that it was a connection. There was a connection. But True Crime with EVP, has done a lot in this case. And she says that the connection, she thinks, she feels, and she's done all this work, and she feels like Rose was murdered by a serial killer. And, I can't say, no, I don't believe that, because it is a possibility, It's a possibility. So, if I think that way, okay, my connection is Grandis. Um, there's really no other connection to Summer and Rose other than they're connecting because they are family. And I've said this many times, family stays family, whether they're here or on the other side. They were connected because of Grandis. Because Grandis is here on Earth. They are not. Rose and Summer are in heaven. And they are connected because of Grandis, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. This is connected with Rose because... Okay, I got that one. Hi, Sandy. Sandy 619. Summer says she has dark around her too, Sherry. Grandis? Hell yeah. Yes, she does. She does. She does. She does. You are very right. Grandis is not. None of them are. None of these people are who they pretend to be. Hey, Sandy. Chris Marcos. Um, Staff grabber. Um, is he a reporter? Um, yeah, it is Chris Marcos. I think he's a reporter or something. That name sounds familiar. Staff grabber. Let's see. Does anyone know if Grandis had breast cancer? I believe she left for treatment. It was treatment on her knee, supposedly. Supposedly. But without receipts, I'm saying supposedly. Because I have no information on that. And they all lie. And I don't trust any of them. So, without medical records, which I know is HIPAA laws, I'm not going to really believe that she went for her knee either. Um, Sandy619 says some of this does feel like a movie with crisis actors. Yeah, especially the story about, oh, we went to plant flowers and we washed our hands, we got a piece of candy and bullshit, blah, 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 blah. I don't buy any of it. They did not plant flowers. They did not get a piece of candy. I just don't buy any of it. I really, really, really don't. Um, and I think Grandis probably went to the hospital to get a prescription for Candace. Um, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. Um, yes, ma'am. I am new at this, as you know. That's fine. The first time I've been it by my, I've seen it, but she's evil. Um, yeah. Steve Marcos also goes by Chris Harner. Okay, but okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Um, I don't know. Hara isn't that related to Candace. Um, was Grandis's brother that was put away because of what he was doing, and let out. I don't know why this man was let out, but he should not have been. This man does not deserve to breathe. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Because when people do things to children, that's when my claws come out. And I don't want my taxpayer dollars to pay to keep these people alive for years and years and years. They don't deserve to breathe. People that hurt children do not deserve to breathe. I know accidents happen. You might lose it on your kid or something, but this is serious. This is more than just spanking your kid and getting carried away with it, or and you never want to discipline your child when you're mad, um because when you get mad, they know it, and they kind of shut down. They get scared and they don't listen because they're too scared to listen and concentrate on what you're saying. All these people jumping in 7 months later. Yeah. When they don't know who's who and who's done what, and they haven't seen Dawn on all these channels, it's you can't jump in the middle of a movie and get the full effect, and you can't do that in a true crime case either. You have to start from the beginning. Oh, I missed this one. Hang on. Staff Grabber says Summer talks about Uncle Chris. Really? And I'd like to find the video where she's doing that. But Chris Marcos is a family member or family friend who lived in the with the Wells on the property. He is also an RSO. I wouldn't have. He's not even supposed to be that close to children if that's what he is. If he's on the list, he's not supposed to be that close to children. And I looked up, I mean, I know every state has different laws, but I looked up the state laws from where I live at, and I learned a lot. And I took notes because we have an empty building in our little bitty tiny town, and they needed something to do with this building. And they were wanting to bring in these people that were registered, and I was up at the front. I was up at the front, and I stood up and I gave a long speech. And when I was done, I heard all kinds of hooting and hollering, clapping, and everything else. And I turned around to look, and that place was packed. Everybody in this county came to this meeting, the public meeting. And I let them know my story about what happened to my kids. And I told those people, because they wanted they wanted a small town, a safe place to bring these people. And I said, well, a small town is not the best safe place for these kind of people. If you want these people to be safe, you will take them elsewhere. Because I guarantee you, this is a farming community. This is a community that hunts. Some hunt for their food on a regular basis. It's the way it is out here. And every one of them have a gun. And I told them, I said, I guarantee you, everyone in this room right here owns a weapon. And they're usually hanging in the window of their pickups. I said, so if you want to keep those people safe, you cannot bring them here. They're not welcome here. You are not welcome here. And I said, they won't be safe here. You know, when I was married the first time, I was silenced. You know, I don't have an opinion. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't make sense. You know, all this crap. Well, now that I'm ending my second time being married, my mouth has gotten so big. And I just speak what I feel. And I don't care who likes it or who don't. It doesn't matter to me. I do have feelings, and I have a right to air my feelings, especially when it comes to kids. Black Beauty says, well, I always thought that too, Sherry, about the payments. Yeah. Yep. And we know, I knew, and I said it from the very beginning when Candace and Dawn were sitting out in front of their house or somewhere around their house, the better half side, I guess. She was wasted. And I said she is on pain medicine. You can just tell. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Sandy. Yes, so many. Oh, shoot. Yes, so many doing this case. It's hard to keep up with. Yeah. And, you know, I don't really talk about it a whole lot. Um, I mean, what's done is done, and we're going to see the end results very soon. And that's up to law enforcement. I do not like seeing people harassing Dawn and Candace. I don't support Dawn and Candace. However, he has the right to go to work and make a living the proper way. And they people that go on to private property out in the sticks need to understand when they get on private property, they risk their own life by doing that because every one of these people carry shotguns so that they can shoot the coyotes that are after their chickens or their cows or whatever. One thing you don't want to do is trespass on somebody's property and then pee in their yard. I'm telling you, this MGL has no couth. She is a woman, yes. She is no lady. She does not have manners. I'm telling you, this woman is terrible. I've never liked her, so I mean, but that's just my opinion. Let's see. Hang on just. Sorry, I had to cough. Black Beauty. The RSO needs to be locked in their own little community with tracking devices implanted in them so the law knows everything they do. Well, every moment. Yeah. The thing is, these people would find a way to cut it out, or you know. But yeah, I'm all for that. Put them on a deserted island and make them fend for themselves or something. I don't know. Free boat ride to Snake Island. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. Yeah. I'd help pay for it too because I'd rather pay a little on something like that than paying taxes to keep these people, if you want to call them people, to keep these people alive. You know, it's just, I can think of better things to spend my money on, and that would be the kids. Let's see. Oh, I got that one. Free boat ride. Yeah, I've seen that. John Dutton should take Dawn to the train station. John Dutton. I don't know who that is. uh, I maybe I'm way behind. But I'm kind of getting a drift from that comment. And I believe that too. um, Jay Stewart, amen. That sounds like a good place for them. Sick ass Louise. Yeah, let's see. I agree, Sherry. We aren't judge and jury. No. And I don't know. I don't protect them or support them in any way. I've always known that they were guilty of sin, so yeah. And his name is David Dotson, right? He's the flute guy. And that's been discussed too. It's kind of like he's what I recently learned is Pan. Have you guys heard about that lately? The Pan thing? PAN. Oh, John Dodson. Huh. Okay. I thought it was David Dotson. And what happened in Yellowstone? That What are you talking about, the rocks that they put out there for summer? To me that was morbid. I would have felt, well, no, I would not have. I wouldn't have felt better if they had just taken flowers or something out there. Um, because parents are going to think, no, she's alive. We're going to find her. We're going to find her. We're going to find her. You know, that these people from day one, well, she's gone. She's gone. I'll see her in the resurrection. She's gone. And they were settled on that. When most parents are not going to stop. I've read and done I have studied these cases where some of these people are gone for 30 freaking years and their parents are still holding out hope that their child will come home to them. So when you're into that true crime channel, you see a lot and you learn a lot just by watching and listening. Listening, paying attention does a lot for you. I don't know about that. Yellowstone TV show. Huh. Wow. No. Yes, but don't know what pan is. Okay. Pan is uh, basically the devil that is half man, half goat, goat on the bottom, man on top, and then with a ram's head. And this is considered to be Pan. I don't know a lot about this, but yeah, Benny. Let me see. DC needs a dose. Oh, Don and Candace need a dose. Yeah, they do. Um, I think what they need really is to be sitting in chairs tied to them. They could put spiders all over them and snakes all over them. Or, hey, Jay Stewart, you going to bed? You have a good rest. God bless you. And thank you for stopping in. Yes, Benny has Jesus, black Jesus, okay, on his right arm. He wanted to make sure everybody knew that this was a black Jesus because he says that Jesus was not a white man or whatever. I don't believe that Jesus was a white man neither. I don't. But he was like Pakistani or something like that. He was born over there. And he was not born on December 25th. That's just the day we celebrated. Jesus was born at harvest time. That's why there was no room at the inn or anything, and they had to sleep in a manger or go to the manger for shelter, so that Jesus could be born. That's Christmas is December 25th. We just celebrate it that day. Let's see. Andrew has a picture of a panda, so they call him Pandrew. Oh, yeah. Staff grabber. Yes, and that's on True Crime with Eve, EVP as well. Yeah, I've learned a lot of stuff from her. She's really good. If you don't know who she is, go over to her channel. She's really, really smart. And I wasn't planning on doing a live or anything, but I just missed you guys, and I wanted to take some time out and talk. Black Beauty says, Sherry, coyotes, bears, snakes all over her. Candace caused so much, she so scared of them. Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, there are people that are scared of like mice or snakes or whatever. I'm not scared of snakes. I just don't want them touching me, and the same with the spider. I'm not scared of spiders. I just don't want them on me. Let's see. Yes, she sure is. Scared of all that stuff. Miss Sandy, 619. Staff grabber. Has anyone heard of Benny getting law enforcement at his home? Someone said he got swatted Rated. Okay. Mm, seems like I heard something about that. Um, but I don't know. That's a good question. MGL called on Penny. Oh, okay. Well, that's why. Um, yeah. Panda stands for uh trafficking. This is why everyone flipped out over all this. See, I didn't know that. Um, Eve had told me about Enchanted Life Path, and so I checked it out. And it's kind of like a conspiracy channel, but it seems pretty real to me. Um, I know in my growing up, I was born in 1966, so um, I've been around to see cable come into life. Uh, and I've heard all the things about, oh, music makes these kids evil, or all these video games make these kids evil. Um, I think it's a breakdown of family values, um, breakdown of communication. Um, and it's sad because this is our future. Our kids are our future. And what kind of future are they going to have when people don't take pride in their children? I mean, if you don't, I know there's a lot of this babies for benefits crap, and I say this a lot, but if you are applying for benefits from your state, you should only be allowed to do it for so long. But the system should also help you, give you a leg up instead of standing on your back. Um, they need to teach these people, like, if they didn't get their education, help them get that education and help them to get a training for a job. Like if you want to be a mechanic or a welder, or if you want to build homes, or just whatever it is that these people are interested in. um you know, they need to help these people to better themselves. um Just the same way in prison. They should help these men to better themselves, to train them and give them confidence that, you don't have to live this violent, dangerous lifestyle. You can be proud of who you are and hold your head up high, and know that you're not a drug dealer or whatever. They they just, people need love, but when it comes to hurting children, that's a whole nother subject. Because to me, that's the absolute worst thing you could do to anybody. I mean, a child? Come on. I just don't understand it. It's heartbreaking. Staff grabber says, hopefully they'll, they, hopefully they checked his shed. I believe he has evidence. Yes, I do too. And what's the deal? What is the deal with Benny having one of Summer's shoes? I heard about that. what the hell is all that about? Would somebody please tell me? Black Beauty, Staff Grabber. This is first live. Heard of this? Huh. The first live. The first thing that you've heard. I mean, what is it, Black Beauty, that the first time hearing this information? What information, if you can tell me, are you talking about? Because I'm curious too. I just want to know what, Pandrew changed his picture. Great. From a panda to a pentagram. Oh my gosh. Terrible. Staff Grabber. Yeah, I see that he did that when Ernie called him out about being yeah. And he had to have known that the panda was the sign. Staff Grabber. Anyone who hurts a child should get the death penalty. Yeah. And I don't think the death penalty works. The system doesn't work the way we have it. They should get, I was being very generous when I said, give anybody that does this kind of stuff, they automatically get the death penalty when it comes to children, in my opinion. But they need to have 30 days from the time they are charged, or, the trial is over and they're pled guilty or whatever. Once that is over, I think 30 days is plenty of time to get right with God and to say goodbye to your family and friends. And I'm being really generous when I say 30 days, because I was saying originally give them a week, because it may take a little while to get a person to get up there to see you if you're in prison, but you can drop to your knees and you can receive God anytime, any place, anywhere, and it don't take that long. Sandy 619. It has to do with that movie. Oh, that was weird. That was just weird. Black Beauty. Sherry, I want you to do a read on H. Oh, H is dead. Pandrew. Because in the picture, he has a little girl that looks scared, and his hand is almost on her butt. Well, I've kind of, I don't mean to do this, but when I see people, I feel their energy and I get a sense of things from that person. And he knew a long time ago what was going on with H and Candace and did nothing until now. Why? Why would Allie, as the mommy, let H go with Candace when Allie knows damn good and well Candace will be buying him vapes and alcohol. If somebody I knew was doing this with my child, no, you are not hanging out with them. Not unless I'm around. And I wouldn't be. That is a very scary person who did that, Sandy. That's just sick, scary. Black Beauty, Pandrew, and Allie are farming children. They're all going to jail. Grandma too. Yeah. And see, when Chris McDonough went to talk to Allie and Hunter, he talked to Allie and Grandma and all them first. And Allie said, I just can't believe she's gone. And it had only been maybe at the most a month since Summer went missing. And Allie was saying, I just can't believe she's gone. Why not say, I just can't believe something like this would happen? You know, people need to watch what their words are. They don't think about stuff. H hijacked a car and tried to take a baby. Wow, where'd you hear that? Yeah, I'd like to see that for myself. Was it on a news channel or Chris McDonough? Because if Candace says it, or Dawn says it, or Allie says it, or something like that, that's actually, to me, that's hearsay. I can't go off of that. I can't go off of gossip or, I don't want to spread gossip. I want to spread the truth. Oh, thank you, Black Beauty. Step grabber. That was what I thought. Poor kid. He's had a hard life too. It's no excuse. I've seen people that have had such bad lives. And do you ever watch I Survived, that show? Love it. I love it. I love it. There was this little boy that was 10 years old, and him and his mother had bought a house. The first time she ever bought a house. And this little boy was so excited, was so happy. And his mama was so happy. And a neighbor had broke into their house, and he woke up to his mother screaming. She was being stabbed to death. And this little boy, well, he was stabbed a lot too. The doctor said he would not make it. No, he would. And then it was like, well, he's going to be this and that, and he's not going to be able to walk, and on and on and on. And this man, he's a grown man now. He's doing something with that tragedy. He's doing something good from that. And that's what you always need to do is to make something good out of a tragedy. Don't just leave it as a tragedy. Make it a cause. Black Beauty, Sandy 619. Oh my gosh. Really, future ROS. And you're talking about Hunter, correct? I don't smoke on this thing and it goes out. So, let's see. I knew H was on probation. Yeah. Um, we all knew that he had been in trouble, but I never heard what he did actually. I did um, catch it as being he stole a car or something. Hi, Marcy. How are you, sweetheart? How are you doing? Let's see. Sandy 619 says, I've seen it in a lot of places being talked about. Okay. That's good. I mean, we need to know, right? Staff grabber JBC and Andy are protecting their son, Andy. Oh, wow. That's a new one for me to think about, because I haven't heard that one. Wow. Hello, Marcy. Black Beauty. Yes, staff. I've heard that as well. Something about Jody Sue Brown son ran summer over with Jody Sue Brown's mother's truck. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. I didn't hear about that. I'm fine. Let's see. Black Beauty. And they came, cover it up, and they covered it all up. Staff grabber says Black Beauty. I believe he was also the errand boy. Yeah. Well, like I said in the beginning, he is either Candace's pawn or her alibi. That's just my opinion. Marcy, they said Jody's son hit Summer with the truck. Yeah, that's what somebody just told me. And that might be the reason why Allie is so protective. In my opinion, when he was doing the interview with Chris McDonough, he seemed, or she, it seemed to me that Allie was really protective of him and not wanting him to talk about certain things. But that's where we run into a problem, is when people don't tell everything. They only tell half truths. And when you listen to people talking, like I'm specifically talking about Don and Candace, if you listen to them, there is truths being told in their lie. They can make up a story. You know, I left work at this time, I got home at this time, or, you know, Candace called me and she's freaking out, or, you know, I don't believe anything they say. So you got to pick apart their statements. It's just ridiculous. That was on Tarot 1111. Marcy says, yes, was on Daniel's channel. Um, I don't know who Daniel is. Um, hmm. Staff Grabber says they order drugs like ordering food, and they have these kids delivering it. Well, there are a lot of, and it's known. I'm not making this up. It was like these pizza places and stuff. Sell drugs out of their back rooms and stuff. And it's not just pizza places. I'm not picking on pizza people. But if you have an addiction and you want something like that, you can get it anywhere. If your addiction is strong enough, you are going to spend every last cent you have on the drug. You will even sell yourself for the drug, and possibly even your soul. People sell their children for it. So, you know, okay. And see, I don't have anything against tarot card readers, but I will tell you, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, no, True Crime with Eve, EVP, I love her, I support her, and she's dang good at what she does. I'm not going to say anything bad about her. Um, she's great. She's awesome to watch. I wish I could be that awesome, but my personal opinion is, if you are psychic, if you are a medium, if you have abilities, you are not going to need tarot cards or anything like that. All these lights and whistles and stuff that goes off all the time. If you are a true medium, you don't need that stuff, because the spirits are always with you. Some days there's a lot more, like today. I've had my fill of them. And they don't scare me. They don't bother me. I'm not scared. I'm not frightened. I don't dread them. I treat them like humans, because at some point they were. Because I don't deal with the negative energies. I don't. I don't let them in. They're not welcome here, and they know it. But I'm not preaching. I'm not gonna preach. Let's see. Marcy said he was high when he hit her. Hunter was high when he hit Summer with the truck. I don't do tarot. I use my pendulum and rods. Okay. And those dowsing rods, people have been using those forever. I mean, that is an old way of doing things. And I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So I mean, I don't have a problem with those. I really don't have a problem with any of it, as long as you keep the energy good and not allow bad to come in. Tara doesn't use cards either. I don't know Tara. I really don't know who Tara is. Y'all are going to have to give me some new creators to go check out. Jody Sue's son, he's the one that hit Summer with the truck. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Hunter, because I know we were talking about Jody Sue's truck and all that. Yeah. Yeah. And there's another Andrew. So I think we're up to, from what Eve said, I caught a little bit of it the other day. I think she said we were up to 5 different Andrews that have been over there. And, from the very beginning, I seen a YouTuber, a creator. I seen their video, and they were talking about Jose Hernandez, or whatever his name is. Him and Dawn were neighbors when they lived in Utah. They only lived like a mile away from each other or something. But I also believe that they ended up sent to the same prison. They know each other pretty good. The one that was at his house when he took off to Utah, that's the same Jose. Black Beauty says it kind of lines up with what happened, and Dawn went straight to that shed at the bottom of their property. So it lined up with why Jody Sue was there. Yeah. And that red shed that you're talking about, Black Beauty, I believe that red shed knows a lot. If the walls could talk, I'm sure they could say a lot. Spirit Whisper is Tara's site. Oh, is Tara. Site, she is awesome. Okay. Morticia captured moments. I don't know who that is either. Oh boy, I am really in bad shape. Let's see. Tara changed her channel to Spirit Whisperer. Okay. Use the spirit box to talk to spirits, and you can hear Sweet Summer's voice. Yeah. And I'm not gonna knock that. I've watched and subscribed, and I don't know if I still am or not, but Huff Paranormal and Steve Huff, and oh boy, it's Hope something. The guy that does the channel, his name is Josh, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken though. Let me see. Thanks, Sandy. She really is. Must be a really good channel. Morticia. I like that name. I know it's morbid. I probably shouldn't like it, but I do. Marcy says, I know. I heard Shanann and Bella. Oh boy. Yeah. Yep. I'm just so glad that they are together, you know? That's the main thing because I would hate to see those girls grow up without their mom. And I would hate to see Shanann go on through life without her children, you know? So that's why I say I'm glad they're all together. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that statement. In the red truck, Jody Sue Brown's mother's truck. Yeah, I heard something about all that too. Marcy, both are Tara, but emails is still Morticia. Oh. Yes, Josh, he showed us Gabby's face in the water bowl. Wow. Marcy. Oh, Black Beauty says, Marcy, I got some info to give her about her reading at the Muddy River Bridge. Oh, Tara, she did a reading at the bridge. See, that's my thing. If I could get closer, if I could get to the property, I really think that I would be able to pick up more. I really do. Let's see. Marcy says, Sherry, it touched my heart. I know, baby. I know. How could it not? How could it not? If it didn't touch your heart, you would not be a good human person. And you are. We all know you are. Black Beauty Summer keeps saying mud was on top of her. Oh boy. Black Beauty said, yes, she did, Sherry. Well, and see, that's why, I thought at the beginning, Grandma took Summer away when she left. Because I could see Grandma, like, taking Summer off, like, carrying her, lifeless. But, that's hard. And I know Grandma's in on this. I know she is. But when Summer told me, where she was, that she could see the house, from where she is, I knew, and I don't know why I keep getting, a 2-mile radius around her house needs to be checked. And I would start at the front of the house, the front doors. I would start around the house. And go from there. But the thing is, I would want everybody off that property, all those dogs picked up. And if I felt like I needed to pull a floor out of that house, then I would be able to do it. Because, at one point I thought, I did say, and I didn't remember saying this until after, but I did say, she's under a house or something. And I didn't remember saying that until after the reading that I did. It's crazy. But you get in a different zone, and it's almost like it's not your body, that's somebody else is taking over. The spirit energy is trying to speak through you. So it's just it's weird. It's a great ability, and I hope I never lose it. And, I'm grateful for it. I mean, used to, I hid it and I hated it and I didn't want to talk about it. But now, it was just the right time for me to come out of it, and I don't know why, but I'm glad that I did. I took that step because I know ridicule. I've been through it all my life. And people think you're crazy and you're making it up, and she's um she's digging, she's fishing, you know, she's crazy. I wrote it all. Um but when you start talking about them and talking about things that nobody else knows about, that's when you get their attention. And spirit does that to help me more than it is to help that person, because they don't like, spirit doesn't like that we're not believed, um but I think things like that are changing. I think that law enforcement is trusting our abilities more. And I know there's a lot of kooks out there. I know there's a lot of fakes out there. But you have to decide for yourself, who you're gonna trust. Because if you don't get confirmation on something that nobody else knows about, or something that you've never talked about, um, that's when you get the real deal. And I always try to do that. I always try to get them to tell me something that nobody else knows about, because that's when you get confirmation. And I know I desire confirmation on people that I read. Um, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not at all. I like to be validated on people that I read. Um, you watched her yesterday. Hmm. Let's see. Email Tara. I do not like that bridge with the giraffe. It gives me bad vibes. I guess I don't know that one. Huh. You get a bad vibe, like they could have thrown her off of that bridge or something. I think that's what I'm picking up on. In one reading, some are told her grandma to leave. Well, she doesn't care much for her grandma. And her mom, she really don't care for. But she kind of loves Don because he gave her attention. I mean, it was bad attention, but he held her hand so she could twirl. Marcy. You got her email. Okay. Okay, let me text her. Oh, wow. Um, you in cahoots with this psychic or whatever? Because Sundays is Spiritual Sunday, where I get all the spiritual people together, and I would love to have her over here and any other psychics. mediums, whatever. As long as it's not evil. I don't do that. I think there's more involved than summer. Oh, yes. You're correct. Very correct. Sandy, 619. Internet keeps kicking me. How did you, Marcy? Staff Grabber says, I believe they will find more bodies. I sense that because they have done this before. You mean Dawn and Candace have done this before? Wow. And Sandy619 says, yes, Marcy, I agree. Black Beauty, Staff Grabber, I agree. I believe so too. Marcy says, I think it's a lot of predator and selling our children. Staff Grabber. Look at the history of Dawn's family and Candace Blythe's family. Yeah. It's a cycle. Just like you have a cycle of, I probably can't say DV or, it's like, oh yeah, my dad used to be a drug runner, so I'm going to be a drug runner, It's totally ridiculous. Okay. She's, Marcy's really good in, computer stuff. Marcy says, I think the church is involved. Especially Dotson. Sandy619. I think it's a drug war, child trafficking, and cults. A cult. This is why it's all confusing. Yeah, there's a lot of players in this, and that makes it hard when there's so many people involved, and the money is going in so many different directions. I'll be here Sunday. Marcy. Okay. That lady's in Canada. Okay. David Dotson has a picture with political figures overseas. That's not good. That's not good. Marcy Sneed, Black Beauty says, do you have her email? Okay. Marcy says, I think the church did say once on her. I think the church did say. I hope you're not trying to say seance. Which, it's not much different than what I do, I guess. Big people are involved. I believe that too, Marcy. And now I think it was done before the 15th. Well, and we've talked about that before too. Like, would that be possible? Yeah, but I'll get to my theory in a minute. Staff Grabber says David Dodson is a deacon. I believe the church on Lone Star pastor David Dodson is the ringleader. Oh, boy. Staff grabber Marcy, yes, I believe so too. Each Saturday or Sunday night. Yeah, I think Dawn and Candace's church is Saturdays. But did I or did I not hear that they were asked not to come to church anymore because it was getting the church bad publicity? I don't know if I heard that correctly or not, but you can let me know. Hmm. Black Beauty. You sent her an email. Okay. Sandy says, yep. Staffer, I did some real digging a few years back. So many political figures involved. I know. It makes me sick. It really does. Let's see. Marcy Lynn Sneed from Black Beauty. She says, I sent it. She will get at 2:25 a.m. Gosh. See, Marcy's all over that. Or Black Beauty is the one all over it. Okay. Marcy says, I think he cremated her. I've heard something about that. I have. And have you heard that this could be tied to Michael Vaughn's case? Oh, got to find Summer. Yes, we do. And Summer said an ex-cop is involved. Okay. Marcy, I'm fast. Yeah, I can't remember my thought that I was going to tell you about. My opinion on something. I forgot what we were talking about. But you have to remember, I've been up for a couple of days. And I still have some things I need to get done. But tomorrow I should be on the road and we will. I'm not sure if we have to unload the van on Sunday or Monday, but we did reserve a storage unit to put our stuff in, and I'm just hoping it's going to be big enough. And there's a lot of things that I'm leaving here, which always happens when something like this happens. Marcy says, yes, I heard that too. Black Beauty says, that just what I sent to Tara. I'm gonna have to look this Tara girl up. Stafford Grabber says, I believe they have a witch blocking our readings, which I tried to channel Candace. All I got was black. I'm not surprised. Then meditated and saw horrible stuff. Wow. We're gonna have to talk about this. Sandy says the neighbor's son is an ex-cop. He spoke with Molly lately. Marcy, she says, and said she was in several different places. I think she's in the flower bed. I have never seen a flower bed, Marcy. All I seen was those flower pots. And I don't think she's in a bunch of pieces. But I mean, anything's possible. We know this. Um, Marcy, Sherry, she's good. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marcy. Well, Dawn has court next week. I know. We were talking about that earlier. I don't know if you were in here. But he may have to stay in jail for a little bit. But I think if Hawkins County lets him out, he will be rearrested, and taken to Utah, extradited to Utah for the crimes against his sisters. And at some point, like once he's convicted or something, and Candace realizes, man, he's going to be gone for a long time, she loses it. And they may come after her next, her and her mom. So I'm hoping that Candace keeps herself safe from herself, if you know what I mean. I don't want to see something happen to Candace, because I want her to have to appear in court. I want justice. And I think the children's services places, they're to blame a lot of this, because they seen that place. They seen what those kids were living in. Marcy says, I think this was planned ahead of time. And I've said that from the beginning. I think it was definitely thought out. It's premeditated. And capital murder, premeditation. That's the death penalty. I don't know if Tennessee has it. I don't know if they have that law, but I think that law needs to be opened back up, and quit making it take 15, 20, 30 years to put someone to death for their crimes. That's too long. It's too long for the family to have to suffer, Staff Grabber says, I saw Candace sucking on Summer's toes, then said, these are good, and started eating her foot out of the campfire. Was this like a dream? Like a nightmare? Not a dream. A nightmare. Wow. I've seen some pretty horrific things as well. Let's see. Marcy says, Black Beauty. She's still talking about her feet. Yikes. Black Beauty says, well, folks, I'm off to bed. I can't chat with Yawn next time. Much love from Kentucky. Well, thank you, Black Beauty. You get you some beauty rest. Have a good night, good dreams, and God bless you. Marcy says, I want her found before her birthday. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be a nice present for everybody. Black Beauty says, staff grabber? Oh my god, I hope not. Oops. Staff grabber says, I also, David Dotson, showing the boys a head of a chain. Boys, a head on a chain floating in the water like a ballroom. Or like a balloon. What the hell am I thinking? And told them if they talk, it will. Gosh. Yeah, was this like a nightmare too? I don't know. Black Beauty, Marcy Sneed, me too. Marcy, David Dodson disappeared after Summer went missing and changed churches. Did he get married or something? I don't know. Yeah, I heard about that though. Black Beauty, staff grabber. That might be why H was so weird acting then when he came home. Then, Marcy Sneed, she's amazing. Staff grabber, when I do meditation. Oh, yeah. I gotcha. I know what you're saying. Sandy 619, good night. Safe moving. Oh, I guess you're leaving too, huh? Okay. Yeah, I know. I really should try to get some sleep. Because I'm gonna need it. If I'm gonna be driving tomorrow that far, which I will. Thank you for joining us, Sandy. I appreciate your company. You have a good night's sleep. Marcy Sneed said, Sherry, are you going to be able to drive that long? Yeah, it's only 6 hours. And I'm sure we'll get out. We'll probably get out a couple of times. I told my son, I said, all I can think of is Arby's and McDonald's. Being where I'm at, there is nothing. It's terrible. But yeah, I would love to have some McDonald's and some Arby's, on our way down there. What are you worried about, Marcy? I texted your phone yesterday. You did? I'm gonna look. And I've been busy too, so let's see. Oh, I see it. Oh. Well, I see You never said what happened with your doctor's appointment. The last text I got from you, Marcy, it says it was Thursday at 8:22 a.m. and it was you checking in with me um because you were having bad back pain and you had to have a scan done, but you never told me what happened. Um, did you see H's dad on YouTube with his black hat on? No, I didn't. But remember what Donna Serafina said, that this guy had on like a top hat? So that would be interesting to see that. Let me see. Staff grabber. I know right who see these things. It's awful. It wears me out. So tired after meditation. Yeah, and I understand that. Sherry, you have cows? Oh, well, if I did, I wouldn't be able to eat them. But no, I mean, there are a lot of cows here in this part of Kansas. Um, it's just cows everywhere. And I love them. They are so sweet. And they really are, and they're smart. But the smartest animal on a farm is a pig. Believe it or not. And they're clean. And they are very smart. I mean, my son had one in 4-H. He raised from a little bitty, tiny, teeny, tiny piglet into a great big old girl. Um, but she knew her name. She would come when you called her. She would wag her tail. I mean, it was just like a dog almost. It was crazy. But they're very smart. You silly woman. I gotta go Monday. Okay. Well, let me know what happens. Now, Monday. Well, see, tomorrow is Spiritual Sunday. And I more than likely will not do it. But if there is a possibility, there's a way that I can do a live Sunday, I will. I hope you know that I will if I can. It's just that I'm going to be at my daughter's house, and I honestly do not want to go into their home and upset their routine. So, let's see. Staff Grabber says Benny has that shoe as a keepsake. Benny is guilty. He is going to jail. Yeah, I believe that. Marcy Sneed says, I could hardly move. Marcy says his name is Andy. I bet Candace tells when Dawn goes to jail. Yes, and I've been saying that, Marcy, from I think from the very first reading I did, if I'm not mistaken. See, I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at it, but I said I see 3 people in handcuffs. Let's see. Staff grabber Marcy Pandrew. My niece is in Missouri. She said they are in the road. I'll just text your phone. You keeping the same number? As far as I know, we're keeping the phones because we owe like $138 on them, and we're going to have to pay that off. But we will have our own phone bill, because it's not good to let somebody have full control over everything that involves you. I think everybody should be in charge of their own self. I don't like people having that power over me. I don't like it. Marcy. Well, they all need to go to jail. Yes, they do, honey. Staff grabber. This case has many layers. That is why it's taking so long, I believe. Ellie will solve this case, and when they do, our heads will spin. Or I think is what that's going for. And I do believe that too. Marcy? Staff grabber, I think is what she's meaning. I think Ellie knows more than they are saying. Yes, of course they do. Of course they do. They can't tell us everything because it would really jeopardize their case. Marcy? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go to bed pretty soon. Let's see. They want to get all players involved with Summers. With Summer. Then Summer can rest. I'm sorry, I didn't read that right. Hold on, guys. I gotta go to the party. I've got to go to the party. So, if you guys can just give me a minute, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay. What about a little airport? What did I see here? Staff grabber. Says, wonder if Ellie checked out the little airport flight logs. You mean the one that Benny was supposed to be on? Well, see, I thought that too. And it's not like if we'd have known sooner, we could have maybe gotten video or something. Marcy says, I think it's more than just Tennessee. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Someone said Robin is involved. Honestly, I don't know. I really, staff grabber. I think Ellie already found Summer's body, or part of it. Just my gut feeling. I've kind of thought the same thing. That's sad. I mean, I could kind of understand why they wouldn't tell us, and it's because of all the craziness that's went on that hill. You know? And Dawn and Candace don't go to the church anymore. They don't. Okay. Well, I thought I heard that they were told not to come no more. They were kicked out of church or banned from there. And I think it's just because of the all the social media crap. They're getting too close to the church, and the church don't want that reputation. Even though it could be their reputation, they still don't want to be involved in it. I don't think anybody else would want to either, unless you're after clicks and views and Venmos and all that stuff. Yeah. Staff grabber says, Marcy, yes. Robin is a groomer and adopts kids out. Really? I thought she was like a dental hygienist. I didn't know she was. Of course, she could always do that kind of stuff. You know, I don't know how they do it, but I don't even want to think about that. But anything's possible. Marcy says Tara said that she called Ellie before, but they don't believe psychics. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, if it was my child, even if I didn't believe in psychics, if I wasn't a psychic myself, I would still, I would open that part of me up, because when it's your kid, I know this. So our children are so precious. I mean, there is no way you can put a price tag on the forehead of a child. I don't see how people do this. I really don't. It's just, I mean, it's morally wrong. It's just so wrong. So wrong. Marcy, because when they get all the people involved, it's going to blow the sky high. Yeah. I believe it's going to be long, ongoing. But they have to do what they have to do to get. They want the big guy. They don't want like these small fries like Dawn and Candace or Hunter. They want the big wigs, the top dogs, the ones that are funding all this stuff. Staff grabber says, Marcy, I believe LE are working with Reverend Donna Serafina. She solved the Valo Daybell case. Oh, from the police. Yeah. Or for the police. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hope they are. This is a high profile case. Yes, it is. And I think Chris M knows a lot too. Oh yeah. They have not even looked for their child. But they drink and get high. I know. It's terrible. I mean, that's their thing. I know that they're both numbing their pain from their past childhood traumas. I know that. I see it. But how is that helping Summer? How is that making them a better parent than what their parents were? It's not. I don't get it, guys. I just don't. Staff grabber says, Marcy, yes, it is. I keep thinking satanic ritual with the church. Organ harvesting, drugs, trafficking. The list goes on. I also think MK Ultra. Exactly, Sherry. Marcy says, staff grabber. I believe that too, because Summer said there were people chanting around her. She was on a table. Did this come from that psychic lady? I gotta go check her out. And it's Tara 1111? Or am I mistaken? Okay, think fizzy drip from the dark web. Pizzagate and Epstein. Okay. Marcy says, sort of like the Catholic churches. Yeah. They're probably still like that. But I bet you they're a lot more careful now. And I bet you a lot more kids are aware now than they were. Because if you think about it, back in the 50s, people did not say these words like we do now. It was just unthinkable. It is unthinkable, but my gosh. Oh, okay. So this Tara lady, and you know what's bad is I have packed all my stuff. So I don't even have pencil and paper. I mean, I can find it. But if there's any way tomorrow that I feel like I can manage to do a live, I sure will. And I will post it ahead of time. I will make sure everybody gets it. Staff Grabber says the best person to watch is Jessie. I don't know how to say the last name. She is a survivor. Warning to, oh gosh. That's terrible. My husband came from a family tree of people like that. Yeah. I hate to hear stuff like that. Gosh, I'm sorry. Marcy. And the price people pay. Yeah. Yeah. And see, that's why I said before, because Don was saying something about that car he bought for $600 a month or whatever. I thought, damn, you must have really bad credit. And what do you mean you pay the payments every month? I think Summer's the one paying for that car. But I was kind of mad at the time, which, that comes with these cases, people getting mad. YouTube channel to watch the Reveal Report. Okay. He is he being nice to you? Yeah. He said he wasn't going to cause any problems, and so I'm going by that. He did back the van up, or the U-Haul up, but he has not lifted a box or anything, which is fine. We got a dolly that we rented through U-Haul. So, but if there's any way possible tomorrow, I will be going live for my Sunday, spiritual Sunday night. Calling all psychics, Staff Grabber, Aquarius rising. Africa is another YouTube channel. If she talks to survivors. I had a lady in here that was from South Africa, and she was a well-known psychic over there. I think Candace is on Social Security. She said she didn't want a red car. I think I heard that. Staff Grabber says David Zublik. David Zublik is on Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Not that kind, right? Oh, I am definitely safe, Marcy. I'm always safe. Um, I am just, I just feel really bad that I um, brought my son into my situation, you know? I emailed you this late. I emailed you this lady. There it is. That was talking to Summer. Okay. Well, I got one from you, and it didn't have um, like timestamps that I was supposed to be listening for something, or there was no like description, or like I needed to be looking for something in particular. Um, but it's all good. It's all good. Staff grabber. Iceman from Reveal Reports is XO. Yeesh. Cult guy. He has great, yes. Indigenous voodoo. Oh, includes voodoo. I'm sorry. I've been staring at this screen too long, I think. Um, it bothers my eyes after a while, and my glasses are supposed to have that tint on them or whatever they use that's not supposed to bother your eyes as much. Um, I think she told Chris M that. Hmm. Maybe they'll look into him. Your son wants you happy. Well, yes, he does. He's such a good guy. He really is. A video? Yes. Um, because he does the sweetest things. I mean, he'll get me a Starbucks iced coffee, a mocha kind, and he'll get me like one of those. They're like a fried pie. They come in a box, and they're really, I mean, good. Um, they have chocolate and cherry and lemon and all that. I like the chocolate ones. I do like the lemon occasionally. Um, but he'll bring me one of those, or he'll get me a king size Mounds bar. Um, just all kinds of little things like that. And my thing is, I don't want somebody to say that they love me all the time. I don't like that. If you love me, I will know by how you treat me. You know? That's just how that works. But that's, my opinion. Sorry, I had to blow some ashes off of my uh, keypad. Let's see. Her name on YouTube is out for her. Her name on YouTube is out for her. Out of her? She's a black lady, yes. Shoot. Hang on. Sorry, I did it again. Okay. I enjoy my company. Yeah, me too. I like being alone. Um, but my son says, Mom, it doesn't matter how much, I'm having to pay because I'm going to leave. I'd be leaving anyway when I turn 18 and I'd have to do all this. So it's either I do it now or I do it later. It's not going to make a difference. And, it's kind of true. But if he lived by himself, he would have a hard time. And he doesn't mind, you know, buying me things, or like he went and got my prescriptions Friday because we had to make sure, well, I felt like we needed to make sure that we had all of our medications before we left town. Um, so he went and got all my medications, and he had four. Um, some are for allergies, others ADHD, stuff like that. So, um, yeah, I mean, and really, for as many prescriptions as he picked up, it was not that expensive. I didn't think, and that was with insurance. But I have one prescription that's $180 with insurance, $300 a month without insurance. I thought 180 was a lot. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Staff Grabber says these YouTube channels will open your eyes and you get info on what these cults are and do. And it's scary, isn't it? Scares the heck out of me. Ugh. Marcy says, no man tells me what to do. You go, girl. Marcy. Exactly. Staff Grabber. Um, Marcy says, yes. No one tells me either. Well, I don't. It's like I was telling my son today. This is why I don't want uh, another relationship. I don't. I I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. I am 55 years old. I'm a grown woman, and I shouldn't have to ask my husband. Um, like the other day, I told him. I said he came home from work, and I said, "Oh, uh, before you put your keys up, I'm gonna need them because here in a minute I need to go to the store." And he said, "I'll take you." And I thought, I didn't ask you to take me. I said I needed your keys, but I didn't say anything. Well, I did. Not right away, but later I said, "What is it with you? Do you just not trust me? You don't trust me. You shouldn't be with me." That's what I told him. And it's true. Why would you want to be with somebody you can't trust? And I haven't done anything. I have not cheated on him. I have not. I mean, we get into arguments, yeah, and I say things that I probably shouldn't say. Um, but I get pissed and I have a hard time holding that back. Marcy says, my my soon-to-be ex doesn't understand. I said what I wanna go home. He said he He said, get in a car and go to the cemetery. I have to read that again. My soon to be ex husband, understand, I said I wanted to go home. He said, get in the car and I will take you to the cemetery. Because your parents are passed, I'm assuming. That is mean ass crap. I said, you didn't watch my brother die in front of me like I did. Yeah, I hear you. Let's see. Staff grabber, yes. If anything good, yes, if anything, God forbids, happens to my hubby, I will never get remarried again. Never say never. That's what I said. I'll get remarried again. I don't want another boss. Plus, I'm fun filled with my kids and animals. Yes. And a lot of people don't even realize you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else. And if Emma on Crime Stories Obsessed on one of her lives was asking everybody in the chat to vote or say what they thought. And she feels like she wants her boyfriend to move in with her because she loves him a lot. And I told her, Emma, just, don't, if it's not broken, if things are great right now, just leave them alone. Because once you live with somebody, it changes everything, and you can't get that old love and attention that you were getting before you lived together. It changes things. And if you're in a relationship that works and you feel good about it, just leave it alone. Let it be the way it is. There's nothing wrong with her and him just, doing whatever it is that they enjoy doing together. If it's watching movies or going to parties or a favorite restaurant, a walk, anything. Because once you live with somebody, people start letting their guard down. And I would just hate for her to lose this man that she cares so much about just because she wants to live with him or for him to live with her. I wouldn't mess with that, really. I think she needs to let it go and just be happy. Enjoy it. He said all I watch is psychics. Oh Lord. So what? I said I talked to my brother. He said, right. We love you too, Marcy. Marcy, we are married to twins. Wow. Exactly. I think it's cool when twins marry twins. um, Grabber. uh, I call my cat Baby. He said, "You don't call me baby." Man, I tell you, biggest old ball bags men are. They're just crybabies, in my opinion. At least the ones I've seen are. Um, Staff grabber. Very nice to talk with everyone. I hope you all have a good morning. It's 12:54 here, and I'm in Phoenix. Um, wow. It is 1:55 here, and I think I'm going to close this down. I just wanted to come on and visit with my family, my YouTube family. And I know there's really not a lot of people in here, but you know what? That's okay. Because I know you guys. Um, I can keep up with chat, and I don't mind it at all. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I will send out a post tomorrow, and regardless of either way that it goes, that I'm gonna have a live or I'm not gonna have a live, um, you know, kind of depends on how late we get out of here and just all that involved because um, it is physically, emotionally draining to move. And if my son needs me to listen to him or to hold him, whatever, I'm going to do that first. Even though I love you guys, you know, that's my baby. And he can't be replaced by anyone ever. And I do love you guys too, though. So don't forget that. Um, I will send a post out tomorrow. And I'm taking my electronics with me. Marcy, I will be available. I'm going to take my laptop, my iPad, my phone, of course. Um, so when you find out information from the doctor, um, if you don't get a hold of me, I will be getting a hold of you. And they may not say anything until after the test results come back, or it seems like they always put people off. I don't know why. I don't like it, but what are we gonna do? Yeah. I will be looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. Or, I'm sorry, Monday. And if you're in here tomorrow for Spiritual Sunday, if I do one, that'd be great too. Because I really would like to have some more psychic medium, empaths, whatever. Um, or even just other people's experiences with them. Like if you've had a reading, um, or a bad experience with a psychic, a good experience with a psychic, anything that you want to talk about, you're you're all free to come in and tell your story. Um, but you guys all have a good evening, and um, be kind to each other. And I will be in another state when I speak to you next time. Okay? Love you guys. Have a good night. God bless you.